Hi guys, this is Alexander, and welcome to my first ever Minecraft YouTube video. Now, I'm making this video in response to a few discussions on how to clean up Mumbo Jumbo's flying, water-creating griefing machine. Now, if you haven't seen that video, it's hilarious. I love it. I love Mumbo Jumbo. I watch his content constantly. So, the question was how to clean up his the leftovers from his griefing machine, which can basically just generate massive amounts of water while it's flying through the sky. And that got me sort of thinking about ways to do that, and I came up with a couple, and I wanted to test them out. I also made one small discovery. I'm in Minecraft 1.14.4, which Mumbo made his video in a snapshot. They actually patched out the ability to pull and push waterlogged blocks with pistons before they actually released the version. So it no longer works the way that he made it, but I did find something that could potentially pave the way for it to work in the future. So without any further dilly-dallying, let me just show you my completely professional video. Alright, so what we have here is a fence post and a piston. Now, a fence post can be waterlogged, which means you can put a water source into it. Now, the water source will infinitely generate water. We all know them. And like I said before, if you try to move this with a piston, it will break it. If you try to push the fence post into a water source block, it will not waterlog it, it will just destroy it. However, and likewise if you pull it into a source block, but if you waterlog it and then run a 0-tick pulse while pushing the fence post, in 1.14.4 on Java, it at this point still works. I'm not sure if anybody smarter than me can use that for anything, but it works no matter how many times you push it. It will keep the water source block, even over open air. I don't know if there's anything that could be done with that, but it certainly seems useful. It's something that I came over to this module to test, and unfortunately, if you surround the fence post, this is still a 0-tick pulse. It's the exact same monostable circuit that I'm using down there. It will not work. It breaks the source block. If you hit the button again to pull it, 0-tick pulse, again, it doesn't work. So they got it right over here. I'm not sure what went wrong over here, but maybe we can use it in the future. I wanted to test and see if maybe a slime block could push and pull the fence post itself, the sort of the way it does over there, and unfortunately, monostable circuit again, 0-tick pulse, doesn't work. But on to the meat of this little video that I put together. Basically what Mumbo's machine does is it creates a solid sheet of source blocks. These are all source blocks. And when a source block, or when an air block shares two of its sides with source blocks in the horizontal direction, it will automatically generate another source block. You can tell because you can pick it up with a bucket. A bucket will not pick up flowing water, no matter how much you want it to. It can only pick up source blocks. So I kind of wanted to create this little thing here, which is what Mumbo's machine would do to an area. that is basically it. All of these on the top are still source blocks, but everything down here, you can hear me clicking, that is just flowing water. So if you take out the source block, you take out the flowing water. So if I turn on this flying machine here, it can actually completely destroy the leftovers of Mumbo's machine just by shearing off that top layer. Now, over here, I had another idea. Now, this would be much more resource intensive, or time intensive at least, if you were working on cleaning up a very long strip of these springs that were left in the sky. And the idea is basically to dump lava on it. And if you dump lava on it, then it will convert all of the water springs to smooth stone. It will convert all of the flowing water to cobblestone. So you can actually get rid of the springs, the problem being that lava only flows 4 blocks from where it lands. So, like I said, much more time intensive, much more resource intensive, but you don't need to build flying machines, so I guess if you don't have the little bit of redstone that it's going to cost you, then this is a way to do it sort of low tech and brute force. This is actually a pretty cool house. But yeah, that's sort of all I had for you today, and hoping that sort of clarifies what I was trying to communicate, and I'm hoping somebody, you know, comes up with something to do with this over here, because I can think of some flying machines that might be able to do some fun stuff with it. But that's all I've got for you. I will see you guys all later.